Good afternoon, welcome to BodyBalance. Nice sunny day outside, nice and warm, too warm probably. Make sure you've got your water and you've got a mat as well, so you're nice and stable on the floor. Hope everyone's well. So we're just going to wait until 5, a couple of minutes. Okay. So this is BodyBalance. It's a Les Mills program, so 45 minutes long. A continuous program. We just move right through the program, but anytime you need to take a break, you can. And there's always loads of options as we go through, so you can modify your movements, you can make them harder, you can do a bit of both, so you can choose. So we'll just give it another few seconds just to see if there's anybody more coming and joining us after their work or before their tea or anything. Let's check the time. So we're going to do the same set as we did last week. So we're going to start with a nice yoga warm-up. I'll give you options in that as well as we go through. And then we're just going to head on through the programme. Just get our body nice and warm. Bit of balance, bit of P&F stretching. It's a wee bit of everything. Yeah. Good. And remember, you can do this in your bare feet. You can do it with socks on, you can do it whatever feels comfortable for you. Okay. So just a few seconds left. I'll just wait until it's bang on 5 and then we'll get started. And just listen to your body as you go through. If anything feels not quite right, just bring it back a bit. Do the options till it feels okay. So let's get started. As I said, we're going to start with our yoga warm-up. So take yourself back to the mat. I'll put the music up slightly. And let's get started. So we're going to start in child's pose. So we're going to come down. You can have either your knees to the width of the mat or you can have them in a bit, whatever feels good for you. Big toes together at the back and then let's come down. So we're just going to very gently warm up our body. So bring your hips back, push your hips to your heels. You can stay here if it feels good. And if you're pregnant, you want to take your knees wide and just let your belly hang and let it loose here. Go wherever it feels comfortable. Push the hips back. You may want to come all the way down and just rest your forehead on the mat. And just slowly start to move your body here. Nice and gentle, a real gentle warm-up. Feels good? Let's bring our body forward and then push it back. Gentle here. Again, lift forward, kind of modified plank or an extended horse stance. So we'll do that again. Reach forward. Nice and gentle. We're going to do this once more. Wrists are under the shoulders and we go back. So as we go back, release the toes, tuck the toes under, lift up the tailbone and just start to press your heels down to the mat. So you may want to bring your feet in slightly and you may want to open them a bit wider, whatever feels comfortable. Bring your head through your shoulders, lift your tailbone up, and let's start to walk that dog here. So press your heels right down to the mat, the soles stretch up the back of your leg. Good. Just take your time, nice and slow. A beautiful stretch here, right down the hamstrings. Good. From here, bend your knees and then gently walk your feet into your hands. Keep your feet nice and hip width apart and just take a deep knee bend here. Forward fold, tuck the chin. Just bring the chest towards your thighs, so as deep a knee bend as you can. Feels good. And if you want a bit more, just cross your arms and just take them from side to side. Feels good? Hands come down. Moving into our sun salutations now. So let's come up. A nice flat back extension. So just try and tip the tailbone up. And just breathe here. Good. Hold it for a few more seconds. Lift up. Feels good. Then from here, baby back bend, squeeze here. And then take the hands behind, clasp, and pull your shoulder blades down. Good. Release, lift over. Nice side bend here. Big deep breath in. And then on the release, go a bit further. Good. Other side. Just breathe. Come back up. Forward fold. Nice flat back. Just go wherever it feels good. Good. More. Baby back bend here. Take the hands behind and clasp. Feels good. And then take it over. Nice stretch down the side body, other side. Feels good. Lift it back up. Forward fold. Good. Take it back up. This time down through the midline. Nice. We're going to do this once more. Lift up. Take the thumbs together, bring it down through the midline. Flat back. Make sure these hips are going up. Forward fold. Take a step back. Let's move into our sequence. For the first one, remember you always drop your knees here. Move down. So crocodile and baby cobra here. Feels good. Tuck the toes. Down dog. And then walk your feet into your hands. Nice and wide stance here. Flat back. Good. Forward fold. Tuck in the chin. And then back to your flat back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Good. Let's go back. Step back to plank. Now remember, the option here is to drop your knees, or you can stay in plank. Come down. And then move into up dog. Squeeze the glutes. Feels good. Back to down dog. Press the heels down. And then walk your feet into your hands. Let's do this all again. So a nice flat back. Straighten the legs if you can. Just breathe. Forward fold. And then step back. Go into your plank position. Find your position. You can be here, come down this way, and then move into up dog, or you can stay here at baby cobra or move right up. Feels good. Turn the toes. Press the soles down. Bend your knees and walk your feet back in. Forward fold. And take a big stretch up to the ceiling. Come all the way back down. Flat back. So we can do a bit of an advancement here. We can raise our arms. So see how this feels. Forward fold. Step back. Remember the option here. Plank position or knees down. Come all the way down. Straight into up dog. Squeeze the glutes. Feels good? Turn your toes. You can either step in or you can try and jump in. See what it feels like? Forward fold. And then come back up. Good. Forward fold. Flat back. Feel the squeeze and the stretch here in the hamstrings. Feels good. Forward fold. Step back. Take your option here. Knees can come down. All the way down. Baby cobra, nice squeeze. Turn your toes. Moving into down dog. Walk or jump your feet in. You choose. Good. We're just going to do one more back up. Then we're going to come all the way down. Deep knee bend. Step the feet back. Come down onto all fours. And just move back into child's pose. So the same thing as you did at the beginning. Push your hips back. And just breathe. So feel the stretch here through your shoulders. And let's just take ourselves forward. So we're going to come forward. And then squeeze all the way back. Good. So it feels good here. Just bring yourself forward. Squeeze down. And take it back. Let's do this again. Come forward. And then bring it down. From here, bring that front leg and bring it in. Inside the hands if you can. And just start to move your hip here. Just move it around. Good. Just open up the hip. So when you're ready, lift up. Bring your foot in for your balance. And if you can, tuck your toes under. Press into your thigh and push the back heel back and lift. And once you're here, squeeze down, find your balance, square these hips, and lift up. Just breathe. Good. Hands come back down. Take this foot back. Let's try it on the other side. So bring that foot forward. Position your back leg, open the hip. And then let's start to just move the hips here, just to get a bit of opening here. Nice stretch. So when you're ready, hands come to the knee. Bring yourself back up. When you're ready, bring that foot back in for balance. Tuck the toes under. Press that heel back and lift your body up. So push into the thigh or push down from the floor. Once you're in position, breathe. Lift up. Squeeze down. And just breathe. Good. Try it again. Back on the other side. So take this foot back and bring this foot forward. So this time we're going to start with our knee up if we can. You can drop the knee at any time. Lift up, press that knee over the ankle. Find your balance. So when you're ready and you feel stable through the hips, lift up the arms. Good. Elbows to ears. Take your gaze up high for a bit more of a challenge and lunge down and feel that strength here. Just breathe. We've got one more. Hands come down, try it on the other side. Take the foot back, bring it forward. Remember, you can stay here with your knee down, or you can already lift. Find your balance, hand comes on your knee, lift up, just breathe. Lift up, come down. Just feel the opening through the hip here. Feels good? Let's consolidate our lunge, so bring it down a bit further if you can. And just breathe. Take the gaze up to the ceiling. A little tiny back bend. Good. Release. Bring it round. Let's move into a low squat here. So, you know your squats, you know where you can go. You might just want to sit here, this might be enough, or you might want to come down, right down, bring your hips down. Here, come down a bit further. You might want to go on your toes, you might feel more comfortable on your toes, or more comfortable on your feet. Just find your position, palms come together, and we squeeze the inside of the knees and just rock here. Feels good? You can do this while you're up, if you're up a bit taller. And just breathe. Good. Just move your hips from side to side so we've got a nice stretch. Good. We're going to finish off here. Hands come down, we come back up. Take the feet a bit wider, legs, feet facing to the side. Come down into a nice low squat. Hands to the midline. So try and get this 90-90. Now you can already feel it. If you need to come up a bit, but if you can, sink down, lift up the arms, and just breathe. Oh, it's a strong pose. Release, come back to the mat. We're still staying with our standing strength. Going to take a nice warrior two here. Take our legs super wide on the mat. Take one foot, face the wall. Find your balance, and then drive the knee over. And as you drive that knee over, push through the outside of that back leg. Raise the arms. Just breathe. So take this back hand and lift the palm up to the ceiling. Keeping the knee over, try and take your body over. If you can do a bit more, you might come up onto your toes. Just breathe. Good. We're going to extend that warrior, so we're going to come down and bring it over. We can stay on our toes, we can put our foot back down. We can do whatever we feel. If we want more, lift the arm up and then square the body back to the front. Feel the strength. Good. Let's try this on the other side. So all we've got to do is shift our feet round. Find your position. Once you're in position, drive that knee over, power down to that back leg. Arms come out. Remember the option, lift up on your toes if you need to. Back hand, palm faces up, and we reach the upper body across. Powering down through that back leg. Good. Feels good, keep the knee over the ankle. Feel your breath. Big deep breath in. Take it over. We can drop the heel or not, we can choose. We can reach all the way down. Squaring the shoulders. Or we can lift up and turn the body round. Good squeeze here. Good. Release. Feet come in slightly. Hands come up to the ceiling. And just stretch. Just take a few seconds because it feels good. Nice. Release. Shake it off. And let's move into our balance. So we're going to start our balance with our feet together, hands up to the ceiling, and then we're going to just take our heels off the floor and breathe. So just breathe here. Feel the balance, feel your legs, nice and strong. Good. Let's release. Shift the weight over onto that left leg. When you're ready, take your right foot and place it anywhere on the inside of your leg. Press your palms together, open the hips, and your gaze is low on the floor. Release and lift, and then lift under the thigh. You can grab your big toes and extend the leg, or you can stay here with me. Whatever feels good. Just breathe. Let that leg come down. Let's do it all from the top. Feet come back together. Hands reach up. Big deep breath in. Come up onto your toes and just breathe. So feel your breath here and just feel the strength through your legs. Stay on your toes for balance. Good. Then release. Same again, but this time shift the weight over onto the right leg. Take a few seconds, and then when you're ready, left leg comes in, open the hip, palms together, breathe, keep your gaze nice and low, and then if you want a bit more, take one hand up to the side, reach underneath your thigh, pull that knee up, point your toes, open the hip, and just breathe here. Good. Let's release. So let's just do a quick dancer's pose on each side. So come back to your mat, take your foot behind, stay here if it feels good. If you want a bit more, grab on your foot, just take and pull the knee behind. A little bend in the standing leg, and just breathe. Good. Good. Let's try this on the other side. So remember, just grab that foot behind. Hold on to the wall if you need to. If not, you can stay here. If you want a bit more, reach your hand forward. Pull that knee behind. A little bend in the standing leg. And just breathe. Feel the stretch. Good. And drop that foot. Good. Let's come down to the mat. Carrying on with our hips here. Just bring ourselves down. Bring the soles of your feet together and your sit bones just push round to the back. So your soles of your feet, wherever you're comfortable, whether it's here, further in, doesn't matter, it's whatever's comfortable for you. Hands come behind. Squeeze your shoulder blades and just take a little focus on your knees and push them down to the floor. So just so you can start to feel the stretch. Good. So let's release there. Bring one foot in. Remember, sit bones go back. One foot comes in, other foot comes around. Wherever's comfortable for you, you choose. You might want to take this foot, place it up here on your calf, or you might want to stay with me here. Bring your hands forward. We can stay here, so we can just do a simple stretch. But if you want a bit more, just get your elbows to the inside of your knees. Take a big deep breath in, and at the same time, push the elbow into the knee and the knee into the elbow. Hold that for a few seconds and then exhale Let's try that once more. Push it down. Feels good. And then release. Let's just move back up. One hand comes behind. The opposite hand from the front leg, just bring it over the knee. And then gently straighten your spine and gently rotate and take your gaze over your back shoulder. Just breathe. Good. Well done. Let's do all of that again. So the first part, bring the soles of our feet together. Hands come behind. Palms can be down or you can be on your fingertips. It's whatever feels good for you. So wherever you are, raise that chest up to the ceiling. Press the knees towards the floor. Your feet will start to open, that's okay. And just breathe. So focus on your hips. Focus on the stretch here, pressing the knees down. Feels good. Feels nice? Let's do a bit of PNF on the other side. So opposite leg comes in this time. Again, choose your position, make sure your sit bones are back. Wherever you are, hands come to the front. You can do a static stretch here and just stay here because you can feel the stretch. Whatever feels good. But if we want more, let's try our PNF. Elbows go to the inside of the knees. We take a big deep breath in. Press the elbows and the knees together. So press them against each other. Hold. And then release your breath and release. Let's try it once more. So press that elbow into the knee and the knee into the elbow. Just breathe. Feels good? And then just release. Nice. Let's take the arm back. Straighten the spine. One hand comes over. We take that spine nice and tall. And then we just rotate through and breathe. Feels good? Feel the stretch? Yeah? Good. Feels good. Release here. Let's bring ourselves all the way around into frog pose. Take your knees quite wide, or as wide as you can, whatever's comfy for you. Bring your ankles in line with your knees and bring yourself down to the floor, wherever you can. You might be here, you might come all the way down. So let's bring our big toes together and do this again. So come down as far as you can, press your body back towards your heels. Take your forehead down on the floor and just breathe. Feels good? Let's try all that again. Lift yourself up, release the toes. Can you take your knees a bit wider? You might want to just stay here. You choose, or you may want to come down a bit further. Bring the chest down to the floor. Feels good? Feel that stretch right deep into your hips here. And we're going to finish off, bring the big toes in. And then push these hips back. Just relax through the stretch. Just hold here. Feels good? Press your hips even further back. Push the hands into the floor. Oh, it feels good. Release, bring yourself up nice and slowly. Use your hands to bring yourself back up. And then let's come back down to the mat for our core. So we're going to start in our plank position. Elbows under shoulders. We know this one. Remember, you can do it on your knees. Drop in the knee and then lift it. Lift, lift. So here's your breathing going to kick in here. Nice strong core. Feels good. Remember, the option is to be here on your knees brace the belly here. We're going to take ourselves round onto the side, lift, pick up the hip, hand comes up and just breathe here. Good. Nice and strong. Let's take ourselves through to the other side. Come round. Remember, your knee can come down, your leg can lift. You can choose your option. You can be down here if it feels better. Bring yourself back to plank. Nice and steady. Elbows under shoulders. Find your stability. Brace that core. Feels good. Just breathe. Remember, the option is to have the knees down. You can go between both. Let's take it round. Sticking to this mat. Lift nice and strong. Lift the hips. Feel the strength here. Good. So we're going to gently bring ourselves back through the centre to the other side. You can drop your knee and lift. Lift that leg if it feels good. Nice. Good work. Let's quickly bring ourselves round onto our back. We're going to do a nice quick leg drop. Bring your hands down by your side. Legs are up here. Drop. Push it through. Lift. Drop. Push it through. Drop. Good. Drop. Good. So just go at your pace and just breathe. The music's fading. You'll just carry on, do one more. Just breathe. Feet come down. And we're going to move into our, continuing with the core, so our toe taps. So we're going to start. Big toes come together, knees come wide. Remember, you can do this on your elbows. Hands come behind. We're going to do a nice slow crunch up. Reach and bring it back. So reach through. Bring your fingertips to your toes. Just breathe. Good. So quickly reach and then extend both. Good. Again, reach in and then extend both. Good. We're going to pulse here for 3. 3, 2, 1, hold. 3, 2, 1, hold. So lift here. 3, 2, 1, hold. 3, 2, 1, hold. Keep going. If you're pregnant and you're on your elbows, hold. 3, 2, 1. So just lift from the bottom here. Good. You can do all of this on your elbows. Tap. So just tap the toes. Nice and gentle. Good. You can tap them close to your glutes or further away. And then we can extend our leg. Feels good? Feels good. So let's prepare. We're going to come up and we're going to lift our shoulders off the mat. Tap. Bring your hands to the side of your legs. Anytime it feels like it's too much, drop your shoulders. But if you want a bit more and you really want to engage that core, lift up. Nice quick taps. Keep the shoulders off the mat if you can. And just breathe. Good. Drop it down. Lift the knees up. Squeeze. Lift up from the hips. So we get this lower ab crunch right at the bottom. Just breathe. Good. Let's take ourselves all the way around. Move into our firefly position. So come to the plank. Here. So remember the options here. We're going to take it back. Take it back. So just breathe here. Take it slow. Slide the hips back. Bring the knee to the elbow. Feels good. Options are to do it on your knees. Bring it in. Good. Bit faster. Feel the strength. Feels good. So we're going to put a little jump in here. Squeeze. Squeeze. Just breathe. Good. One more. All the way down, bring it round. Back on your back. Bring your knees over. Hands come to the temples. We're going to do a nice slow cross crawl. Breathe. Good. Tap the toes. Bring the shoulders over. What does it feel like? A bit faster. Squeeze. Good. Options. Shoulders down. Good. Or elbows. Point the toes. Feels good. Or stick with the most advanced option. Squeeze. Good. Taps. Lift. Tap and lift. Just breathe. Every time you lift up, exhale. Good. It's a toughie. Come round. Working on our back. This is a nice release for your back. Tuck your toes. Come up. Press the hips. And squeeze. Feel a stretch here. You can stay here. Want more? Reach back. You can do one heel. Stay here. Or you can reverse and you can do both back to the heels. Squeeze the hips out. Chest up. Just breathe. Feels good. Release gently. All fours. Good. This is such a nice routine. Squeeze the glutes. Good. Extend that leg. Stay with this. Feels good. Good. Stay with this. Let's come down onto our back. Bring yourself all the way down. Hands down by your side. Pick up the hips. Come up onto your shoulder blades. Bring your feet closer. Squeeze these hips to the ceiling. On your toes. Breathe here. Feels good. Your hips all always want to fall back down. So push them up. Good. Feels good. Every so often, squeeze them back up. Good. 2 more. Push the hips. Good. And gently just release the spine back to the floor. Just breathe. Bring your knees up. So just bring your knees in, tabletop position. Hands come to shoulder height. And then just gently drop your knees to the floor. So your breathing is going to start to slow down nice and easy here. And we want to keep our shoulders anchored onto the floor. So the minute you feel your shoulder, your back shoulder lift up, just bring your knees closer in. Take your gaze down your back arm. And then when you're ready, and if you want a bit more, let's just extend that top leg across and take it towards the floor as far as you can until you can't stretch anymore and until your back shoulder stays anchored onto the floor. So just go where you can. Keep your gaze facing the back. Beautiful stretch, you can feel that. Good. Gently bring that knee back in. Lift up your knees. Bring them back round. So reposition your spine on the floor. Resettle. Knees come back up. And let's drop them now to the other side. Drop them down. Breathing's nice and easy now. Take your gaze down the opposite back arm. And if you want more, you can stay here if this feels good. If you want a bit more, you can extend that leg out and just start to feel the stretch running down your IT band. Feels nice? Or you can keep your knee bent, whatever feels good. Feels nice, yeah. Just enjoy the twist through the spine. Gently bring your knees back in. Reposition that spine. Get yourself back to comfy and then bring your feet into your glutes. Hands come down by your side and very gently peel your spine off the floor. Lift your hips up. Bring your feet in further, either flat or on your toes, whatever feels good. And just squeeze the glutes here up to the ceiling. Just hold. Just breathe. Feels so nice, and you can feel that stretch right away. It really tightens up the muscles. And then when you're ready, slowly let your spine come back down. And then just take your legs stretching out in front if it feels good. And let's move into our relaxation. Wherever you are, wherever you want to be, make yourself nice and comfortable. Whether you're lying on your back, you're lying on your side, you come up, you want to be seated, whatever feels good for you. Take a few minutes to get yourself comfortable. Hands can be down by the side of your body, or you might want to rest them on your tummy just so you can feel your breathing. And just let your breath quieten now and just let your body soften into the floor. Take a big deep breath in, right down into the belly. And as you exhale, just let your body relax even further onto the floor. Give the entire weight of your body to the floor and just let it go. And just close your eyes. And start to follow your breath. Follow your in-breath through your nose. Feel how your belly lifts, and then your out-breath through your mouth. Let's start to come down through your body, starting at the top of your head. Let's come down through your forehead, moving into your jaw, down into your neck, and then just move into your shoulders. And then just travel all the way down your arms, into your wrists and into your hands. And then start to feel the energy around your heart, moving through your belly, down through your hips, into your legs, and travel all the way down to your feet and your toes. Your whole body feels relaxed. And just notice how still your body is and how quiet your breathing is. And if your mind does start to wander off, just bring it back to the rise and fall of your breath in and your breath out. And let's just take a few more moments to just be. And as relaxation starts to come to an end, but slowly start to come back to yourself. Keeping your eyes closed though, just gently stretch. Keep your back nice and flat on the floor. Extend the legs out as far as they can go and your arms overhead. Big deep breath in, it feels so good, a full body stretch. And on that out breath, just bring your knees into your chest and hug your knees just for a few more seconds. And keeping your eyes closed, very gently turn onto your side and move yourself up into a seated position. Legs out in front, legs crossed, whatever feels good for you. Just take your hands down by the side and let's just do a little gentle stretch through the neck. So just take your chin over to one shoulder. Feel the stretch running up the neck here, it feels really nice. And then when you're ready, take it over to the other side. Gently bring your head back to its natural position. Lift the arms up nice and high, palms come together, straight spine, and then bring these hands down through your midline and just let them fall wherever they fall. Open your eyes and welcome back. And thank you so much for joining me again this week, and hopefully I will see you next week, same time. I'll put the Tai Chi warm-up back in next week just for a change, and we'll just mash it up a little bit so we're not getting bored. Or it's not too easy. It's never easy, is it? Anyway, enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.